friends at Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on Gold IRA. Birch Gold is the only Gold IRA trust, so text HEDGE to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Former Navy SEAL Sean Ryan shares real stories from real people from all walks of life on the Sean Ryan.
Kicked off the first episode of the Sean Ryan Show, and since then we have hit number 55 overall. Yes, I think we spread a very positive message here on this platform, and we're going to continue to do that. Me, you and Salid just want to wish you the best.
The Sean Ryan Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
It's always interesting when we get a chance to talk to our tax attorney, Stephen Moskowitz, about the tax code. And Stephen, there are opportunities that people don't understand are there, especially business owners. Can you give us a for instance?
Employee retention credit. This is where the federal government is giving away up to $26,000 for every employee that you have that qualifies. How do you qualify? There's two ways. The easy way, which is a certain drop in gross revenue, and the complex way, which a lot of firms are missing, the facts and circumstances test. We'll take the time and effort and go over it with you. The only thing we care about is getting you every dollar to which you're legally.
1-888 tax deal. That's 1-888 tax deal, or MoskowitzLLP.com. MoskowitzzLLP.com. MoskowitzLLP.com or 1-888 tax deal.
Edward Brown here to tell you about our new show on KSFO on Saturdays at 6 a.m. The Real Estate Mastermind Live, a radio show for real estate investors who want to learn from different leading industry experts. Learn how to raise more capital, close bigger deals, scale your own portfolio, and more. Hosted by me, Edward Brown, Investor Relations at Pacific Private Money, along with Seti Gershberg and Jay Tannenbaum, the owners of Scottsdale Real Estate Investments. Join us every week on the Real Estate Mastermind Live at 6 a.m. on KSFO every Saturday. You won't want to miss it.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on only one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, retirement, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on. If we can be of help to you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's San Francisco area attorneys. 951 Mariners Island Boulevard, Suite 300, San Mateo, California, 94404.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. For your worth, this paper. No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Hey guys, it's National Meat Week.
Wow. This reminds me of all the great Meat Week specials on TV when I was a kid. They actually showed a rerun of one of my favorites tonight. Take a look at this.
Really?
I got a beef sirloin.
I got a smoked ham.
I got a lamb shake.
I got Arby's.
Your cholesterol is alarmingly high, Charlie Brown. Will return after these messages. Oh, I love that question.
So that's the second Arby's attack by a late night host from last night? I won't stand for it. Arby's today in solidarity.
There you go. I love it.
I came across this headline, and it sounds frightening. I don't know how true it is. I just forgot to check the text to see if anybody who works at a phone place can tell you about texts. Whether people who at the phone read your texts. Anyway, this from the New York Post. Clues someone is reading or getting a copy of your text messages. iPhone users should look to their families. Apple iMessage text can be intercepted by someone close to you using a connected device. And there are a couple of ways they can do this. Well, So I guess between husbands and wives, you could be definitely reading each other's texts. Have you ever looked to see if you can do that, Joe? First, there's message forwarding. You can use this feature to forward messages to another device automatically. Oh. The thing is, someone else can do the same. Here's how to check if it's enabled. You go to settings, messages, text message forwarding. If you don't see, turn off iMessage and turn it back on, tap send and receive blah, 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 and you can check and see if it was set up to forwarding, if someone else set it to forwarding for you, or if it just somehow got set to forwarding. But it could be set to forwarding where your text messages are being forwarded to someone else on your plan. Wow, that doesn't sound like the sort of thing that could happen accidentally. No, it doesn't. You can also use a code to see if your call is forwarded. Open the phone app, tap on the keypad, dial #21# and hit the green call button. You should get an info screen that tells you whether or not your calls and texts are being forwarded. So, have you done this with your kids, or back when they were... Did your kids... I don't remember the timeline of this. Did iPhones exist when your kids were not adults? They were... might as well have been adults. Doesn't everybody down to 08? As when... iPhone hit about 07. Yeah, so Caitlin was like 15, 16, but... Would you have been okay with, or do you think it would have been alright if you had set that thing to enable it so you could read her texts when she was in high school? No, I wouldn't have been comfortable with that. That's just not the way we operate as a family. We talked a lot about making good decisions, why certain things were a good idea, and why... and then said, go make good decisions. Now, it wasn't as simple as that. We said certain things, but I felt no need to surveil my kids. You didn't check computers and stuff? I think I did once out of curiosity. But they were significantly older than your kids are now when they got smartphones. I mean, like 17, 18. Right. Which makes a difference. There's a difference between spying on a 17-year-old's text than an 11-year-old, I think. Yeah. I just, again, you raise your kids the way you think you are. In a rapidly changing world you find yourself, I'd say. What do you think? Do you think most people do? Check on browser histories? Do you? Check on the browser history of your high school, or even an adult if they live in your home. Well, some people make that argument. You're living in my house. I don't know. So I'm going to check your browser history? I don't know. Well, if you don't like it, get out. Yeah, exactly. The couch surfing pieces. That's the argument some make. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm many years off from there, but text line 41529 FTC. Anson was telling me about a thing he's got in his house, which I need to look into, where the Wi-Fi shuts down in the house at like whatever time you want it to. So there's no way you can get on the Wi-Fi after, say, 8 p.m. unless you got the code. Like I got the code, so I could be on the Wi-Fi, but no other devices could. So you can't. You wouldn't be texting or you wouldn't be on your laptop texting to get the cellular plan. Yeah, I don't know. So people must do this. I mean, if there is an option to go into your family plan and set any of the forward the text messages to you, some people must have wanted that ability, and some people must use it. It's hard to come up with a situation where you would, other than spying on people. Isn't it? It's kind of hard to come up with a situation where it's just a good idea we all get each other's texts. I just can't even imagine. Yeesh. Unless you have like a work phone, a personal phone, and an alright, maybe I want it forwarded. I can't. I'm stretching my imagination. I don't know. Now, I'm kind of interested if any of y'all do that. Text line 415-295-KFTC. Speaking of watching your kids and trying to bring them up right, some really amazing information about the fentanyl problem from an EM. Well, somebody who's a first responder, talking about fentanyl and overdoses and that sort of thing. Speaking of things you ought to talk to your kids about, that's next hour on the Armstrong and Getty Show. If you don't get the show, grab the podcast, Armstrong and Getty, on demand, wherever you like to download podcasts. We do 4 hours. You should listen to them all.
Armstrong and Getty.
Talk
Radio 560 KSFO San Francisco, KSEN HD2 San Mateo, a Cumulus media station.
An unusual move in Congress. Brady, Fox News. A newly elected Republican removes himself from congressional committees amid criticism he made up large parts of his personal story.
New York Republican George Santos told colleagues this morning he is stepping down from the two House committees he was selected to serve on, as investigations over fabrications about his biography and potential campaign finance violations move forward. Several Republicans have urged Santos to resign. House Republican Conference Chair Elise Stefanik, a fellow New York Republican, told reporters,
"It's going to play itself out, that ultimately voters are going to make that decision, whether it's in the primary election or in the general election."
Santos has been assigned to the Small Business Committee and the Science, Space, and Technology Committee.
Fox's Jared Halpern on Capitol Hill. In his own congressional district, a Newsday and Siena College poll finds more than three-quarters surveyed think Santos should resign, and voters surveyed who supported him say they wouldn't have by a 2-to-1 margin if they had known then what they know now. President Biden visiting New York today to highlight another infrastructure win, a tunnel project, for the second day in a row. Three former face questions from the House Oversight Committee over the handling of reports about President Biden's son, Hunter.
The hearing stems from allegations the company blocked the sharing of a New York Post story related to the contents on Hunter Biden's laptop. Some Republicans claim the story was held back for political reasons. Committee Chairman James Comer said that they want to make sure the United States national security was not compromised. The White House has continually tried to discredit efforts to tie the president to his son's business deal.
This is Ryan Schmelz at the White House. Right now, stocks are higher. The Dow's up about 64 points. America is listening to Fox News.
Inflation is nothing more than a legal form of theft, because with every new round of money printing, the value of or IRA is decreased through the dilution of the money supply. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and while you still can, I highly recommend you consider physical gold for your retirement account. Why? Because gold provides real wealth preservation that can withstand anything. Even better, with the Birch Gold Group, you pay no penalties or taxes when you transfer your current retirement funds. To learn more, text the word PROTECT to 989898, and my friend from Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold IRA company I trust, so PROTECT to 989898 to request your free info kit on gold IRAs right now.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I sell custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters that are easy to install at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are for your windows, and I guarantee they'll fit. Don't hire a pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Dan Bongino.
Remember, it was Barack Obama who said, "Do not underestimate Joe's ability to things up." It rhymes with cluck.
Bongino, 9 to noon on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
Balance of Nature, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm a retired RN, and I know to eat vegetables and stuff like that. I was taking my Balance of Nature because I was always tired. I was so weak, I could hardly get around. And so when I went on it, you wouldn't believe, in the first weeks, I was hopping around, and everybody said, "What the heck are you taking?" I said, Balance of Nature. Get yourself some and see how it feels. Listen, anybody I get a chance to say when they go, "What the heck do you take?" I say, Balance of Nature.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code KSFO.
After this message, your look at KSFO traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Stop traffic in San Jose, 101 northbound before 880. An accident has been cleared. All lanes are open, but we're still dealing with a 30-minute delay from Hellier Avenue. Slow and go in Oakland, 880 southbound before the Oak Street on-ramp. We have a two-car been cleared over to the shoulder. Still on the scene with CHP. Traffic at this time stop and go from the 980 connector. That's traffic. I'm Katie Green.
This report sponsored by 3-Dimensional Wealth. Join Doug Andrew of 3-Dimensional Wealth as he teaches free workshops in Morgan Hill, Palo Alto, Dublin, Alamo, and Sacramento, Wednesday, November 9th through Friday the 11th. Call now for details and to register 1-888-73-RADIO.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money. Easy to learn, easy to use, small business software tailored just for you. With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
I've been getting your feedback on the show. I'm glad you guys like it, but I will continue to tell you this until it becomes almost nauseating, like I'm done hearing it. You're staring right now at the biggest political scandal of our time. It is the Biden administration, the Biden team, Biden selling access to Joe Biden in the Senate and in the White House for a period of decades. And these classified documents, I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to provide a link to the Hunter Biden thing in a minute, that we found at Bongi when
we do a story up on Juno.com. We take our time. We do it right. We don't break a lot of news because we don't need to be first. We just need to be right. But when we do, we appreciate when you check it out. So I'm going to get to that. But first, Jim's always surfing around in the dark web. Who the hell knows?